Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the DC Multiverse line from McFarlane Toys. This is Bizarro. I've been very much looking forward to this figure. Bizarro is always one of those crazy characters that just kind of stick in your brain. And for whatever reason, the figures from the character almost always resonate with me. So I was really stoked to get this figure in. They actually had released that the Superman, the infected Superman that I'd picked up, and I don't think I've got around to doing the review on it just yet, but I actually picked that one up before they had actually released this Bizarro figure. So that was going to be my Bizarro figure, but then they released this one, so I'm happy to have the actual Bizarro figure in the collection here. So very cool looking. We're just going to go ahead and dive into this thing. It does come on a standard DC Multiverse packaging here. Nice window box, kind of straightforward for the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse stuff here. So very nice looking. The top doesn't really have a whole lot going on here. McFarlane Toys, 22 moving parts. The bottom has the copyright information. If we can get it out of the glare. I don't know that we can, but the side is fairly plain here. Just DC, Rebirth, Bizarro. The other side, a little bit more of that window box here with Bizarro on it. And then on the back we have a nice kind of up close version of where the source is. This was from Superman number 42 from 2017. Some of the other figures in this particular line, Wave, whatever it is, and that's about all we get here. So very cool. Let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed here. We got a little piece of tape here on the bottom. We're just going to go ahead and slice that open and yank this guy out here. I got lucky enough to actually find this one in store. I think it was at Walmart, which is not usually a place I find the cool figures. But you get lucky every once in a while. So, alright, toss that to the side here. The figure comes out pretty easily. We have kind of the standard comic mural thing here for this background here. Got the collectible card up here and the figure stand. I really haven't found a good way to get these things out. So I'm interested in seeing what y'all do to get these things out. So I just take my X-Acto knife and just kind of cut a half a moon for the figure stand itself. Then kind of lift up on that plastic and peel it back a little bit, and then just yank the figure stand out. The card, on the other hand, is a little trickier. So if you kind of bend this cardboard back a little bit, you can usually get up under. Yeah, that didn't work too well. You can kind of just rip that off. Alright, we'll toss that to the side. Yeah, that didn't work nearly as well as I thought. So, anyways, we'll try to kind of find the corner somewhere, poke through, and just kind of slice it, something like that, just enough to get this underneath. So the idea was to not damage the card in here, but that isn't really working really well. So you're not going to get a PSA 10 out of these things, I don't believe. This one comes bent, so anyways. Yeah, if you got suggestions for easier ways to get these cards out undamaged, let me know that. But I'm not really keeping up with the cards anyways, but it's a nice little pack in here. So there's the card. We'll throw that to the side here. No big deal. The accessories actually have some tape on them this time, so we're going to go ahead and cut the tape on those first. Then just pop those through from the top. So we got an extra hand there. We got another extra hand here. So these are the gripping hands. The figure itself actually has this plastic rubber bandy thing here. So I'm going to try just to slice that off real quick. Just grab it, something like that, and slice. And slice. Then the cape itself is fed through the back here, so you kind of have to pinch on it. Excuse me. And then he comes out pretty easily, so we'll toss that all to the side here. Grab a drink of water here. Excuse me. And then we'll zoom in here and take a look at Bizarro here. It's a very cool looking figure here. So the figure stand, we'll start with it. It is a standard kind of black round stand with the kind of black DC logo there. So it's got that black on black effect. One single foot peg there. Line that up with the foot peg on the bottom here and just kind of press it in place, and that actually snaps in there very easily. Stands up really nicely, so very cool. I'm glad they include that in the figure. Very cool looking. No problems whatsoever there. Toss that to the side here. I always appreciate those. So our additional hands here. Got a little bit of detail here. I'm going to try to dial the light source down a little bit so we can see a little bit more here without blowing out the highlights. But yeah, he's got some tendons going on there. His fingers are kind of gripping. I'm actually pretty surprised at the level of detail in this thing. So yeah, very cool here. The way this works, you just kind of grab his hand and pull on it, and that actually popped off really easily there. So it's usually not that easy. Maybe they've kind of figured that out finally. And then just snap that in place there, and you've got your grippy hands for Bizarro. Very, very cool looking. I like that. Pops off. Put his closed fist one back in there. His other hand is just the right hand in the gripping pose. So very cool. Nothing really special about those accessories, but then again, we don't usually get a lot of accessories here with these the DC line anyhow, so anything we get is fine. Moving on to the figure itself, we got some cool details going on here. Let's start with his face here. I want to dial this down again so we can get a little bit better look there at his face here. They've done a really great job with the paint. You've got kind of the deformed, almost moldy side of the head there. Got some cool eyes going on in there. Very nice sculpting work all the way around. He just looks like he's had a bad day. Past that, we got kind of the standard Superman buck here. Very nice detail going on. Bring the light back up here. We do have the reverse Superman logo there, which is the signature of Bizarro there. Beyond that, some nice detail here in the musculature. Some nice folds in the clothing here and there, and a bounce. It just looks really nice here. They've done that same kind of moldy, almost paint app here. There's some extra paint right there next to his ear, which is aggravating me. It's a... Anyways, moving on. But yeah, the hands that have that kind of same kind of moldy gray color. There is a bit of a discrepancy there between, if I can get this to focus Why is it not focusing? I don't know. But a little bit of discrepancy in color between the arm and the arm joint right there. So the hand and the joint there, it's kind of that basic gray there, and then the moldy gray in his hand, but not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. And it may need to okay, well, yeah, it's less noticeable if you press that actual hand in all the way. But then moving on down here, we've got some cool detail all the way in the clothing there. The costume looks really nice. I like this costume pretty well, except for the belt. I like the way that the lines on the standard chest here and the rest of the costume are kind of broken up a little bit. The kind of regular Superman pre-rebirth or whatever it is, that, you know, solid blue kind of costume, just it was a little plain. So I like these little bits like right here. It just adds a little extra depth to it, so very nice here. The boots look pretty good too. I think I like the color scheme better if it was full red boots, but you know, that's me nitpicking designs that don't have anything to do with the figure, more of the character design, so I'll shut up about that. But nice detail here in the feet as well. We've got some cool bits. It is kind of a basic looking figure though, but really nice looking. It does kind of remind me of the Kingdom Come Superman design wise. The color is more of a grayier blue. Moving on to the actual cape itself, the cape looks awesome. Beyond the little tears and rips and things in the thing, there's actual texture in the cape, which I guess I'm a little bit of a sucker for. But looks really nice here. You can see all these folds everywhere. It's made of that really soft material here, very bendy. If we kind of pull that up, it's non-removable. It's kind of glued in place there, but you can kind of lift it up enough to see some of the detail in the back there as well. Very nice looking though. Nice all-around sculpt, to be honest with you. I'm really digging this. So, articulation wise, the head does spin 360 degrees. We've got all the way up, all the way down, and some side to side head tilt, which is really awesome with this guy. Very, very cool looking. He does not have much of a neck, but that's more of a Bizarro look than an issue with the figure itself. It's kind of meant to be like that, so I'm not going to nitpick there. Moving on down here, articulation wise, we've got those extra shoulder joints there. I guess that's the way you call that joint there, but it's kind of got the little inside shoulder joint, so it allows it to move forward a little bit more and backwards a little bit more. It's a little limited there, and that's probably because of where the cape is, but it's there anyway, so that's nice. Past that, the second joint is the standard swivel, and then all the way up. So, cape does not get in the way of that whatsoever, so that is very cool. Top of the bicep has a nice swivel joint there, which goes all the way around, so very, very cool there. We do have a double elbow joint right there, very cool. Then we've got the standard swivel rocker on the wrist. It does have that weird rocker system where you kind of have to get it to go in the right place before you can get it to actually go where you want to, but once you figure out where that place is, it's a pretty nice little system there, so very cool. The ab crunch feature here works really well, so we have all the way forward, all the way back, and it's that nice ball joint, so you can get them to go to the left, go to the right. Yeah, very, very nice there. And I do like, again, about the way the cloth is there. It's kind of stretched over his abs. So the abs are, you can definitely see them, but they're not real well defined, but it looks like cloth over top of them. So I like that. Second joint down is the waist joint, and so you kind of hold there. It's another weird rocker, so it kind of rocks to the left and right, but it doesn't swivel all that well. But there we go, it started. Works pretty well though once you actually get it to kind of unhinge there. So very cool there. So his what are those, briefs, whatever you want to call it, are like a secondary piece there. And I actually kind of like that. But it's made out of that rubbery material there. So similar to like the cape there. But that kind of works pretty nicely. Anyways, underneath that we do have the standard extra T-hook jointy things there. So you got all the way out like that, all the way front, all the way back, and then you can swivel these around to get it to go even further. But it has that kind of double jointed effect going on underneath there, so that's kind of cool, but you do kind of have to work to get it to go to the right place if you can't get it right out of the gate there. So just kind of wiggle it around and rock it back and forth if you need to get it to go there, but works really well there. Got a standard double knee joint there. Then no swivel, although we have that swivel on that weird leg joint there. But no bottom swivel or calf swivel or anything like that, boot cut or anything like that. We got a swivel rocker at the ankle joint there that works really well. I'm actually surprised at how well that one works. It's similar to the one on the hands there, but a lot easier to get it to go where you need it to. So, yeah. And then we also get the toe articulation there, which is very nice. So, very cool looking. So yeah, there is Bizarro. For me, the design itself is really great. I really like the way they've done pretty much everything here. The cape looks awesome. The color scheme looks great. I really don't have any problem with this figure at all, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with this version of Bizarro here. It's a great looking figure. It fits in well with the feel of that DC Multiverse that we've got going on. I know there's some weird issues with, how do I say this? Trying to keep straight which characters are which, and it's not the straightforward kind of, DC universe itself. It's the multiverse, so you've got 50,000 different versions of Batman that's not really Batman, but kind of is Batman, but not really. And same thing with Superman. You've got different alternate versions and alternate universe versions, and it gets kind of hard to keep up with. But as a straightforward Bizarro figure, this one works well. My only real complaints about the figure are more comic design issues than anything else. I would like the belt to be yellow. I would like the briefs to be red. The bottom of the boots I would like to be red as well. That's really my only complaint. And then I would like maybe a little bit more of a neck on him. But past that, it looks great. He's got that very kind of Frankensteinish head look going on there, which is just really awesome. It's still enough like Superman to be like Superman, but it's almost like a zombie Superman. And when I first pulled this thing out, I was kind of thinking that the face looked more like Solomon Grundy than it did Bizarro, but it's kind of growing on me here. So, I don't know. I would really still like to see maybe a Solomon Grundy at some point, but this is a cool figure though. Well, that's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a few minutes. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of Bizarro from the DC Multiverse line from McFarlane Toys. I'm really digging this thing. I'm really digging it, to be honest with you. But, you know, let me know what your thoughts are. How does it compare to some previous Bizarro figures? How does it compare with maybe that Superman infected version that was going to be my Bizarro until they came out with Bizarro? So I still need to pull that thing out and do a review on that one as well. But anyways, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuffy stuff. If you'd like to see anything in future episodes, let me know that as well down in that comment section. I'll see what I can do to get out in front of y'all. And until next time.